plant the corn, and things will be fine and wonderful. We'll get 2 crops per field, or two crops, 2 harvests on our currently 2 barley fields. With the geo I'm playing, it's the only possible way of doing it. Wheat doesn't harvest until too late, I think. I'll check on that as well, because of distractions. Now this field did have 250 adult sheep in before we bought field 7, so I'm gonna have to check on food levels. Control S. So yeah, barley and cotton. We don't do cotton. This map does not support cotton. Sugarcane doesn't support sugarcane, and then these are all grasses, so nothing there. So barley is the only crop we can harvest during the time where you can plant soybeans and corn. Wheat too late, oats too late, canola too late. There's an Italian version of this map. Huh. I wasn't aware of that. I must admit, I tend to... Saturday is my big long-term series, so we'll be playing this even into when Farm Sim 22 comes out, until I find a map I like. And then we'll end this series and move over to a new map in Farm Sim 22. I will possibly stream a couple of weekdays, not regularly, some Farm Sim 22 content when that comes out, because I want to learn how that works. But with the Saturday series, it tends to be build a farm. And maybe have some goals. Farm Sim 17, we went for, we were playing on Lawfolds, and we never got the let's own the entire map, but we did get let's finish all of the Farming Simulator 17 achievements. So I was running a sheep farm, a cow farm and a pig farm, and I really wasn't inclined to do pigs on that map, but eventually it just got to the case of pigs is the only thing I haven't finished the achievement for, so we'll do that. Of course, pigs with seasons doesn't take long to breed. You buy 50 pigs and you're going to have bred 50 within the first year. Not planning on this one. I mean, these sheep are keeping me occupied. I couldn't, yeah, I probably could do cows, but I'd be feeding sheep, feeding cows, a little bit of field work, feeding sheep, feeding cows, a little bit of field work, and it would just get tedious. Trying to find the easiest way to do the sheep care without taking too much time. It's one of the reasons I don't do horses, because you have to ride a horse 10 minutes every day, and I think that's real-time minutes. So if I've got 6 horses, that's an hour of playing time that I have to devote, or I have to use the horse helper mod. Or one of them. I think when we transfer over to Farm Sim 22, I will probably pick something other than sheep, because sheep. We just have way too many of them. So how many more have I got to do? Oh, 2 more trips and that field is done. Yay. Oi. And then we get all the sheep from the other field, or all the baby sheep from the other field. Come on, tractor. And obviously using this tractor because it's the fastest tractor, and it has 4-wheel steering, which makes it a little bit more agile than all the rest of my tractors. Confirm. 144. Yeah, big flock of sheep. But that was the goal for this one. And other than that, just keeping the farm running, and I think we've done a good job of that. I have borrowed money this year, which I don't usually do. My rules on borrowing money in game are I need a piece of equipment right now, and it is going to make me money immediately. So I might go first year of play. Game year of play, I don't have a harvester, and then I get right on to okay, it's harvest time, I need a harvester. I don't quite have enough money, but that harvester is going to make me money immediately. I know I can get a bigger trailer. The problem is shuffling it around. I know there are a bunch of trailers out there. Some of the things I've looked at, let's confirm that, P. I can't remember where it is. That's just the Land Rover. Trucks. Animal transports, that's under there. So this one transports 10. This one transports 24, this one transports 38. But these are going to be a pain to manoeuvre in that narrow entranceway. This is the one we're using, which will take 12. I'm not sure what that sticks on the back of, but again, 12. And then I've got this one here, which would do 28, but I need a truck to go with it, which is one of these, or that 100,000 to buy a truck. So it's why I've sort of stuck with this one. I could lease a truck and lease a carrier. And yes, there are other bigger trailers in mod trailers which I haven't got loaded. But my biggest issue here is getting out of the field at this point and then turning up that path. Can get a little bit tight. Okay, 524. Oh, there we go. Yes. Oh, yes, of course. What I'm forgetting here is because I've got 2 fields. That's 250. So everything in this field should be under 250, but something's gone weird here because I've got 2 more than I'm expecting to have. So I'm looking for severely underweight sheep on the right here. I mean, it probably doesn't matter if I've got 2 baby sheep in here because we'll catch it next time I come through. There we go. 828, 829. So 250, that's how many we started with. And it's not that far to drive. I mean, if I was driving over from Oak Glen Farm, which is where the pigs are, all the way to here, bigger trailer, yes, I would have to cope with the difficulty of manoeuvring it up and down narrow lanes, and probably end up turning the traffic off. If I was taking all these to market, again, I would probably get a bigger trailer. But just moving up the road and considering the width of this, it's just easier to... Okay, there is a hedge I can drive through here. There. Hi, sheep. So, 250 sheep in there. I have no idea how many I've got in here right now. But yeah, the numbers are obviously interleaved between these two fields, which is why they're not consecutive. Okay, I've got 4. Good grief. 399 more sheep to transfer from this field. But there is a wall in both of these hedges, so you can't drive through it, which is why shorter equipment does kind of work a little bit better sometimes. Okay, I'm going to leave this as the last batch of sheep I transfer from right this minute. Go and jump in the case and we'll fertilise our clover fields, because I think I've probably transferred enough sheep for now. I should probably check food levels, but outside of that, we're good. So 180 sheep in that one. Let's bounce around. This has 180 sheep, they need more water. Okay, I can do that. I can't do the grass. That is a problem. Okay, so they're going to have enough water in there. Meanwhile, in Elm Flower Field, we should have pretty much excellent level. Bramble Field, same. You know, as we remove sheep from here, these are going to overflow, because the need within those fields is less. So I'm going to jump in there, turn the engine off. We'll run around to get the case, and I think we'll finish off today. Or we'll do some fertilising and then see what else we need to do. Oh, there go the Spitfires. Yay. Alright, engine on, move forwards. I'll do this the easy way. Put the Surlid fertilizer over here. I kept the lime in the in that shed there, but we used that all up with our latest round of planting. There we go, close enough. And I don't usually use this setup for fertilizing, just because you can't put row crop tires on that spreader and So just so as not to destroy crops, I tend to use this get up over here. Little Valtra with spray tanks. But since the clover hasn't started growing yet, we will do this. Or do it this way. And done, and that's all of it. So mini map is on. Unfold it. And zoom in. What this field looks. Okay, this field is way too much nitrogen in it. That might be a problem. Let's have a look. Yeah, nitrogen bad. 200 out of 60. Why does that? Yeah. There's some glitches around here, I don't know, but it seems that nitrogen levels for clover need to be about 60 kilos per hectare. And obviously we've ploughed this field way too much. It originally had grass in, so we've over nitrogenated the field, and it's not going to be a happy thing. I'm going to have to fold that up again to get through here. This field again looks way too much. Again, nitrogen 200 of 60. So we're going to have to cut these fields about 4 or 5 times before we get the nitrogen levels down to what we need them to be. And I had that problem with our existing nitrogen fields. Again, this one doesn't need it. Now this one is okay. The higher 80 kilos per hectare is because the soil type. But yeah, this is 80 out of 120 out of 80. So again, not significant. And we will run over there. So it looks like I completely wasted my time filling this thing up. I didn't need to. This field here, it's a little bit more orange. This is 60 of 40. So we'll have a go round here, but again I think we're not going to need to put any in it. It's good, it's not perfect, and the reason it's not perfect is because it would prefer it to be 60 or it would prefer it to be 40 and we're at 60. So we'll turn this on, we'll drive over into this corner. Yeah. It thinks this is a little bit deficient. So that's fine. We should turn off there. So because it's done that bit, I'm figuring this half of the field also needs it. But this is putting everything up to perfect. Oh, maybe this end. Oh, yes, it does. There we go. And yeah, I'm being bad. I'm spreading solid fertilizer in the river. Not supposed to do that. So with precision farming, the spreader is, I mean, it shouldn't be, it will only spread where the fertilizer is needed. Now obviously with a sprayer that's possible because Some of the more modern sprayers will turn on and off their nozzles as you're driving through the field. However, with something like this, you're just chucking out that fertilizer as you're driving along, and it doesn't want to do that bit. And so there's no way to control where it falls, because that's just a spinning disc chucking fertilizer everywhere. Well, I guess we did what we can do. Fold that up. And that's our fields over-fertilised in a lot of places. But they will grow. The yield will be a little bit down because it's not perfect. But as time passes, every time you harvest, it reduces the nitrogen level. And we get 2 harvests out of a clover field per year. So sometime around early summer and again in early fall, we'll cut all of these fields, and the nitrogen levels will drop. The field we just did was number 11. Field 11 will need some boosting. Probably leave that to the end of the year. And then field 8 was the other one. Yeah, field 8 was the one with the fence around it. That one will also need to be topped up at the end of the year. It's slightly high, but it's not atrocious. 9 and the area behind the cowshed, that's just... We'll just write that off. We're not going to need to fertilise that for quite a few years, I would say. Okay, I'm going to jump out and put all those back. Oh dear. I think I messed up. Oops. We will fly around and well, that kind of had the desired effect. I do hope this sort of thing is fixed on 22. Not that I am supposed to be able to pick up big pallets of stuff. But this is a super strength mod, so it lets me pick up these big boxes without any effort whatsoever. But I was expecting to have more pallets of fertilizer than I seem to have, which means behind this wall there's more pallets. So I just unloaded into a shed I can't get into, and that's not an ideal situation. I might be able to rescue some of them by parking this up close and refilling it like that. And now I can't get to the rest of them. Okay, let's do it this way. I'm thinking they should be close enough to the wall. But it's possible to lose consumables in places where you just can't go. So when you're unloading seeders, fertilizers and everything else, it's best to do it out in an open area, not close to... there we go, detected another one. So every time it detects a pallet, the doors will open. $2,243. Oh, no, back some more. Let's see if we can find another one. Okay, we're not finding any more on there. And the other thing is because it unloads sideways, we can just do that. I'll just leave them scattered around on the floor, I think. Or I'll just chuck them around. That's so fun. And the last one. So yeah, typically that spreader I'll use for lime because you're putting lime down on a field with no crops in. So there's no what a real world farmer would concern themselves with crop was with compaction, where you're squashing the seed you just planted. This setup you just use on a pristine field. The problem with when you're running precision farming, you have to put a crop in the ground for it to be able to calculate how much nitrogen that crop needs. So hence you're always driving your fertilizer over a field which has crop in it. Okay, how does this look? This is 77, 74. Okay, let's just clean this off then.